Hello Leos, welcome to your reading with me, Cindy. Leos, I've already pulled some cards out. We're going to get talking about you right away because boy, you never surprise me with the level of energy that comes through in your readings at times. I'm almost like, I don't know where to start. Do I start with the underline? Because that's a whole big story in itself. Do I start with what's on the table? I think I'm going to start with the underline because the underline represents past energies that we've already been through, right? So okay, so you have a very interesting group of underlying cards. You have the Scarecrow, you have the rotten apple, and then you have chaos, and then you have the tree, which is a symbol of stability. But it's kind of interesting, right? Because the chaos looks like it's directed towards the tree. Okay, I can see how this energy bleeds into what I'm looking at on the table for you right now. And what this looks like to me, this looks like something here that you were trying to protect. It could be someone. It could be another person because there is another person in your reading here. And this person does seem to be sort of the vehicle of some frustration for you. Now, whatever this is that you were trying to protect with the Scarecrow energy, it's, I don't know, it comes across as something not worth protecting, or it's going to do what it's going to do. And what it's going to do is it's going to rot. So it's like, it feels to me almost like there's something that wasn't worth protecting in the first place, whatever it was. Because it just decomposes anyways. And then you go into chaos. And that to me, right, the chaos, the rotten apple, apples come from trees. And the chaos sits between the rotten apple and the tree. There's something going on here where I feel like there's something that you've tried to protect, or someone that you've tried to protect in the past. Maybe you've tried to like cushion the blow if life was difficult or stressful for them in some way. Like it could be a kid or something like that. It could be a partner or a spouse. I don't know. Could be anybody or anything, right? For some of you. But when the apple falls down and it hits the ground, it's like, right, like all that rot is going to go into the soil. And then where does the tree receive nutrients but from the soil? But because there's chaos between that rot and the tree, it feels like it's unhealthy. Like it doesn't feel like it benefits stability long term here, whatever was going on. I kind of want to look at it, well, I don't know. I would like to look at this that like after rot comes, you know, the chaos in terms of things breaking down and being reformed into other elements that they did not exist within before. Like, you know, and through that, then we have the nutrients to create stability. But the cards that you have here right now, it looks like to me that it literally looks like you're trying to help somebody through a difficult period. But in this difficult period, it also looks like you're in it. Like you're the umbrella. Okay, this is your energy. This is literally, you are the umbrella. And look at what the situation is. Those two came out. I just like stopped. I had to like chuckle a little bit. I thought, oh my God, that is like brilliant. Like this was the first card that came out as I pulled them out. So this the situation here. Clouds, a storm, needing to seek some kind of shelter. But this is you. You are the shelter. It's like you are the shelter in the storm. And okay, this. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to figure out, because Mrs. Smith is the frustration. So it's just like, it's the symbol of an individual here. Likely a woman, doesn't have to be a woman or a girl, but it's somebody, okay? It's somebody in their feminine energy, but it's really kind of funny because, right, in the clouds we have empower, uplift, and elevate. And you are, right, with the umbrella, your metamorphosis, transcendent journey. Which to some degree, it feels like allowing things to happen the way they need to, the way they're meant to happen. And just, you know, shelter yourself while this storm goes through. But there's something about, okay, because Mrs. Smith, she is launch, actualize, and potential. She's like, let's go for a boat ride. Let's go for a boat ride. Let's go out in a plane today. You know, like, it's like, yeah. No, this is a good, like, no. It's a good time, from Leo's perspective, it's a good time to get the umbrella and shelter ourselves from this. I'm hearing like a shitstorm. So, you know, you need to seek shelter with this shitstorm. Because you're gonna get covered in stuff that's flying all over the place, and everybody's gonna come out really messy and stinky. So just gotta be careful with that. Yeah, because it's almost like it's pretty obvious, or you know, chaos to me is like a storm. It's a pretty bad storm. When things don't go as planned, when you're trying to protect something too, and a situation turns into rot, it's not a good situation. Something is past its peak. Something is long past its peak here, and that takes us into chaos. I don't know, your underline is such a fascinating energy form, because I do feel like somehow you've weathered storms. I think you've weathered storms here, and you might even be like, you could even be like the tree talking to the apple. Like, just let the storm go. You'll transform through this really naturally. It'll happen wonderfully here. You'll turn into a tree too one day. Just sometimes there's going to be wind, but the wind's going to strengthen your stem, and then sometimes there'll be a lot of sun, and you might feel, oh, I'm feeling a little bit wilty. But don't worry, it'll rain. It will rain. Because Mrs. Smith is like, let's go. Let's go out into the storm. Let's go for a bike ride. Let's go for a boat ride. Let's drive the plane. Like, it's just like you don't, and you're like the umbrella. Let's just, you know, do what we have to do. Okay, so then you have what's your piece? Your piece is the stork. Observe, perceive, and scrutinize with the stork energy. Okay. Sorry, I'm stuffy. I was outside shoveling paths for Larry and Lily in the snow, and then my nose got all runny. I came inside and I had a sneeze attack. But anyways, they're not using their paths, so it was a waste of time. So your piece here, the stork. Okay, the stork is kind of like going with the flow too. Go with the flow. Watch for new things with this combination. Watch for opportunities. This is not the opportunity. Like, it's really funny, right? Like, I mean, if you're in the middle of a storm, you are totally taking on the appropriate energy. I'm putting up the umbrella and I'm just going to allow things to happen naturally and see how this, like, I can't control the storm. I have to go with the flow, go where the storm is taking me. I've just got to cover myself and seek shelter. The storm will pass. But it's like it comes from some type of knowing already. Like, you've been through it. You've seen these things happen before. I kind of want to say, though, I feel like this piece might be someone else. Maybe Mrs. Smith taking on this piece. Maybe if Mrs. Smith took on this piece to just watch. Watch. You'll see new beginnings. You'll see the break in the clouds. That would bring you peace. So the fact that it would bring you peace and that somebody here frustrates you, I feel like you're close to this person in some way. Yeah, we need tarot. I am so intrigued by you and Mrs. Smith. What's going on here? So we're actually going to go into the I don't remember what this is called. Dreamscape Tarot, the Dreamscape Tarot. It's been a morning. I'm just gonna say it's been a morning. I don't know why. Well, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Usually takes me, typical, without traffic in the morning. I should be able to drive to my son's school like within 5 minutes. Drop him off, come back, take 5 minutes. It took me 45 minutes today. I don't want to talk about it. Okay. A little bit of snow. You think Canadians could fucking handle it? All right, the clouds. What is the situation? The clouds rising up. Oh, the Seven of Swords. That's interesting. See, you're thinking differently here. This is a time to not think linear. What it is. I don't think I've ever said that with the Seven of Swords. It just boop out of my mouth. Dude, this is not a time to think linear. Rise up, okay, but go sideways. Go sideways, don't. You're hiding some stuff here. You might even be hiding. I don't know what you're hiding. I think you're just, you're trying to approach something more logically, but in like in a non-linear way. The Seven of Swords. The Queen of Swords. Oh, the Five of Wands. Oh, just have faith. You know, I don't know. It's like you can see the storm. It's almost like you're dealing with someone who cannot see the fucking clouds and the rain. I know. It's so clear to you, and all you can do right now is just sit and pray and like dig my heels in and ground myself and seek it. Like that's the end. That's the situation. That's what needs to happen here. Well, that is what's happening. It is a place to find peace within oneself when you cannot find peace outside of yourself. But so I don't know if Mrs. Smith is looking for peace outside of herself. You're okay, so you got the umbrella. You are the umbrella. No, that's what you are. You are the umbrella. So you are also the shelter from the storm. If someone would just come on, like, just come over here. Just come over here and come under the umbrella. It'll be fine. No, don't go running out over there. Oh, look at you. Temperance. It's so fascinating too, right? Like, because I think of like water and fire and bringing different elements into balance here. Bringing different elements into balance. Patience. Virtue. Oh, so funny, because I think it was an Aries reading. Was it in their reading? I was talking about there's somebody, or was it one of the, I don't know what the hell it was. So many readings, I have no idea. But you came up in it, but you came up as an example. I was trying to figure out which was the most patient and which was the most impatient of the fire signs. I think it's like across the board Aries. Aries is the most impatient, but they're the actualizer. They can't help it. That's who they are. That's what they were born into. They're the first zodiac in a sign, so you got to get some sort of momentum or nothing's going to happen. Like maybe that's like this Mrs. Smith energy. So, and then I was kind of like tossed between, well, no, you and Sagittarius, and I said, no. You're the strength card. You'll dig your heels in and you will persevere and you will be patient. You are definitely, I think out of all the fire signs, you are the most patient of all the fire signs, because with this card, I have to cover up her mammary glands. So with this energy of Sagittarius, right? Like it is working to do that. It is trying to get to that state. It is trying to balance what I want to do, what I want to see, what I want to learn, where I want to go. And just like, like things take time and like just finding that balance. So that's in process. So you are in process. I feel like you're also like, right? What is the best thing to do here is watch for rainbows. That's the other thing. Your umbrella has the rainbows on it. I always love that when that comes through with Leo energy, like pride energy, because there is, like, right? Like the pride, the Leo, the lions. But yeah, because the rainbow, she's making rainbows here. You're making rainbows. You're finding little glimmers of light. Or maybe you're dealing with, I don't know who you're dealing with. We'll see that maybe when we get to Mrs. Smith. She seems to be like part of the problem here. The Empress. The Ten of Swords. And the Palace of Coins. That's crazy. It almost looks like some type of, somebody's got to take one for the team. Is that you? This just feels like somebody taking one for the team so that somebody else can have some type of shelter. Again, you're sacrificing yourself for someone. It's like, it almost, the way these cards are coming through for me, it's like, but she's also holding a baby. She's also holding a baby. and Mrs. Smith. Because, right, it's like, it's a storm. There's a storm. You're the umbrella, but it's almost like you're the bridge. Like you're sacrificing yourself for her to cross the bridge and come into the palace, because that would be where there would be safety. Right? But Mrs. Smith is like, I need to go out into the storm. You're like, I just sacrificed myself here for you. And what are you doing going out into the storm? Why? Because she wants to begin something. And it's like, well, no. That's not a time for beginning. That's a time for seeking shelter. Look what I did for you. You're not even taking the shelter. No, I think I'd be frustrated. I'm going to be honest though. I could see myself. Being like Aries Gemini, I could see myself, let's go out in the storm, Leo. Let's get the fuck out there. It's a good time to go sailing. Like, oh, fuck. Oh, Mrs. Smith. Jeez Louise. Yeah, I'd be frustrated with that. Holy crap. I feel like somebody is running you through the ringer here, Leo. I feel like they're just running you through the ringer. I feel like they've turned the fans on and they've got little monkeys in there throwing poop all over the place. And you're just doing the best you can to... Okay. Has somebody here... like really betrayed another person for a living space? Okay, what's going on here? Who's this Mrs. Smith? Like, it could be your mom, it could be your spouse, your father, I don't know. Well, the Sun. Wow, there's a lot of major arcana so far. Holy crap, the High Priestess. This is all for Mrs. Smith. Six of Swords. I need to go somewhere else. I need to get away from this person. You need to get away from this person, Leo. Oh my God. Or this person needs to get away from something. I think, well, I don't know. You might need to... I wouldn't walk your umbrella over to wherever they're doing their thing. But maybe this person is the one. Because this is your frustration. Mrs. Smith is trapped in the cage. But look at this cage. Okay. There's something here that you have experience with that they do not. Because the Fool is in this... I love this deck because it really clearly shows us the journey of the Fool throughout the major arcana. And the Fool, right, starts the journey without knowing all sorts of shit. There's a lot of stuff there that the Fool is going to find all the way through the major arcana. And the Fool has found themselves in an interesting little predicament with this card. The Fool has somehow become wrapped up in something that controls them, or did, but the door is open. Look, the door is open. And it's almost like the door is open and go under the umbrella. I don't know what the umbrella is. I don't know what the umbrella is. Because once you come out, like once this person comes out, maybe that's the thing, is pushing them out. Oh, this reading is doing like all this and these twists and turns. Because now as I'm developing it a little bit more, now it's like you're trying to coax this person out into the storm. But it's like, it's okay, I have the umbrella. Right? The frustration is trying to get this person to actualize, is to launch themselves. I've always loved how my readings do that. I can tell like 2 different stories to you. Right? It's like another layer here. For all the other ones that were going, well, I don't know, this person seems a little bit stuck. Yep, I see them. Because once they come out, they will see where God is taking them. They will understand where they're going. God is trying to take them somewhere. But they don't. They're like, I'm trapped here. I'm trapped here, is how it's coming across. but you're the umbrella. You're the umbrella in the storm, and this person feels trapped and unable to escape the storm. Okay, there's a real, like, I don't know, like parent, child, student, teacher kind of vibe. You know, like trying to, like, because you are backed by, you've already been through some sort of chaos and storms. And it's like you're just saying to them, just look, I have an umbrella. Just step out. You're okay. Ah! No! Okay. Your piece, the Three of Swords. Okay. All this came face down. I'm not even going to look at it. I want to see. If it needs to come out, it'll come out. Okay. So the stork and observe. Your piece is observing somebody's transformation here. The Palace of Swords. It's like somebody getting their head out of the storm. And the Queen of Cups. Somebody getting their head out of the clouds and the storms to see clearly and to connect with their emotions. I don't know what or who you're dealing with here. Now, if you're Mrs. Smith, maybe, I don't know, maybe this is like you, you're frustrated with yourself. I gotta tell you, there's nobody I could be more frustrated with than myself and with other people. I get frustrated with other people. But yeah, I don't know. Are we all like that? I don't know. Yeah. It's like, oh, fuck, Cindy. You should have seen that. You should have figured that out. The Four of Swords is at the bottom. Oh, this reading really intrigues me. Sorry, there's more. Okay, the Queen of Swords. I don't know. It just comes across that you also understand that something is just temporary. Like a storm, right? Like you get that something is temporary. You just gotta persevere. It'll blow over. And then, you know, things will be better. Because this, to me, is kind of like the energy of things getting better. Because this Three of Swords is major conflict between the mind and the heart. And then, if you move that into the Palace of Swords, this is where our thinking is unadulterated and unaffected. It is very clear, and like the truth reigns in that space. So then it allows in some way here, right, like the heart to be able to move forward. I mean, you could be dealing with someone here who's kind of like gun shy about something. I feel I've been saying that lately. I've been saying that in some of the readings, like gun shy, like they've been through something, and because of what they've been through, they can't see the storm clearing, or they can't see that the storm could clear. Yeah, the Four of Swords. Well, that's a reading and a half, man. I mean, that energy. It's so funny though, right? Like there you are, you're the umbrella. I'm going to go do the extended, Leo. This should be interesting. In the extended, I'm going to ask, what is the hidden lesson for you right now? What is the hidden lesson for you? You know what? Maybe I'll do both. I mean, if you are interested in whatever this person, I'll do you and this person. Because there's somebody else here, I feel. Like maybe for some of you, this is you on a rough day. So we'll see what that is on your rough days. But if it's somebody else, we'll see what their hidden lesson is. And we'll see what yours is in the extended. Thank you so much, pussycats. Until next time, be gentle with yourselves. Bye.